Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video and another episode of my MotoGP 19 mod career mode. Today we are here for round number 11 for the Austrian Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring. If you guys missed round 10 for the Czech Republic Grand Prix at Brno, then do check out the episode, guys, by clicking the link in the top right hand corner of your screen. But with that being said, guys, you've been given fair spoiler warning, but now let's jump into things. So obviously we arrive here at the Red Bull Ring and things are looking pretty good in the championship. The fight is on, and in the last few races it's gone from a two-way fight between me and Dovi into a four-way scrap. As we will see here in the standings, it's looking very, very tasty here with Marquez, Viñales, myself and Dovi all fighting for that number one spot. We are currently 1 point behind the Ducati rider here in this race, and I'm hoping to try and get that lead back in this race if possible, and fingers crossed we've got good pace at the Red Bull Ring. But with that being said, we're going to now jump into practice, where we're going to, as usual, do the practice programs and make sure we get the bike shaken down and hit all our R&D targets, and then we will see if we can set a lap good enough to go straight into Q2. With that being said, let's jump into Friday practice and let's get this R&D underway. Okay, so currently halfway through FP1 and the R&D tests have been completed. Now we're going to move back onto the racetrack and try and hit some decent lap times. It seems like we're not great for pace around here early on, so I'm going to have to work on my pace and my braking points and my lines around here to try and improve, because at the minute we're not looking too good for pace. So let's try and improve that, and let's see if we can try and be fastest in this session and get straight into Q2. Okay, we do improve, but not fastest. And actually Dovi improves behind me, so Dovi's getting faster and faster. I don't really have much more pace to give. I reckon I can get into the 21s, and that's about it, to be honest with you. This is not my best track, and we are struggling here a little bit. That was a poor lap. I'm going to try one more, but I do think we are struggling. I found quite a bit of time on that final sector, so I reckon I can beat Marquez's lap if I hook it up all perfectly, but it's got to be a perfect lap. Right then, I reckon that's about as best as it's going to get, to be honest. I can't seem to get a good lap together, but across the line, and we do set a 21-1. Well, okay, that was a good final sector, to be fair. That came out of nowhere. But still, that's kind of about as best as I can do. So we're going to call it there, and hopefully that should be enough for Q2. I think it should be, as we've avoided most of the panic, but we had to work for it, which is something I haven't done much this season. Okay, so we made it into Q2, luckily enough, so no real panic here. Lovely sunny conditions here at the Red Bull Ring. Let's try and see if we can work on that pole position, try and get another one, and make it 100% record so far after 11 races in this season. Let's chase after it, and let's try and go on pole once more. Man, oh, that was such a good first corner as well. This is going to be hard, because I can't really... I've got zero confidence into turns 3 and 4, the hairpins. I just don't have confidence in the bike, which is really difficult, so I'm going to have to work for it. I really am, because I can't really brake late. The AR is so much later than me on the brakes. That was a good lap. That was very good. We used Lorenzo quite nicely there in that lap. Across the line, and it's a 20.9, and that is pretty good. Faster than practice, and we used Lorenzo perfectly there as kind of a guide and also a slipstream. Let's keep going though. I reckon, I want to see if I can get anywhere near that one more time. We're pretty close, to be fair. Can we improve across the line? No, we don't. 21.1. I'm going to probably come back into the pit lane because I did fall off. I'm going to try and fix my bike and try one more time. I reckon I can get that down a little bit, but there's not much in it. Oh, man. Damn it. Trying too hard now. I reckon that 20.9 might be the one. I think I'm going to call it there, to be honest. I think we're not going to be able to improve on that lap. Right, so the qualifying results are in, and we make it 11 out of 11 this season in qualifying as we take another pole position ahead of Andrea Dovizioso and Marc Marquez, my two championship rivals. Rossi P4, Maverick Viñales, my other rival in the championship, all the way down in P7, so a disappointing quali for him. But you've got all the works machines in the top 7 there, with the exception of ourselves, of course. And it's going to be very competitive tomorrow in the race. It's going to be a tricky race, I think. And based off practice and also quali, I need to really work for it to get a perfect lap. So we'll see how it goes, but it's going to be a really tough race, I think, and it's important that we get to that first corner in first place. With that being said, let's jump into the race and let's see how it goes for the Austrian Grand Prix.
We are live from the starting grid, where the cameras are lingering on the favourite riders for today. A few minutes to go, and finally the spectacle will begin.
Indeed, the spectacle will begin. Hopefully for me, though, it's a boring race and I can win quite comfortably, but I don't think that's going to be the case. It's not going to be like the Saxon Ring or Aston. I think we've got our work cut out here today, and it's going to be a real challenge to try and convert the pole into a race win. First of all, let's go for the tyres. I'm leaning towards, I think, soft front, medium rear. Maybe a hard rear, actually. I'm going to go soft hard. I think I'm going to try and go for that. I don't trust my rear tyre around here too much. But we're going to see how it goes. I'm going to put a lot of trust and faith into the front. I need the soft front for more grip into those slow hairpins, and hopefully we don't go down. So let's see how it goes. It is now time, though, for the race. So let's jump into it. But first of all, let's run you through the grid for the Austrian Grand Prix.
Riders have just completed the sighting lap and are lined up on the Red Bull Ring straight. Very little time is left until the start of another Austrian Grand Prix.
Right, here we go. Clutch pulled. First gear selected. It's going to be a tricky one, this, against Dovi and Marquez off the line. Lights out and away we go for the Austrian Grand Prix. And Dovi gets the whole shot off the line, as does Petrucci. We're on the outside here. Got to be careful into turn 1. Over the curb. Being careful on the power. A good exit. Going to retake P2, the Ducatis, as always, looking rapid around this circuit as we race up towards turn 3. Got to be careful. Very, very careful here on the inside. This is where it could all go wrong for me. Inside line, Lorenzo getting involved as well. So it's Hondas versus Ducati and a Tech3 KTM here as we're down to P5. Very, very aggressive start from everyone behind. Got to be careful, though, to not get taken down. This is going to be risky. Zarco, or Spargo, yeah, Zarco there, making a good move, as does Crutchlow. We've lost a few positions now, this isn't good. I'm wide again, offline, come on, bring it back in, there's Viñales. We're going to just swap across the front of Maverick Viñales there. Oh, that's risky on the grass there, took a bit too much early apex. Going to keep it flat though through the right. We need to try and, stabilise ourselves a little bit here and regain some composure. Viñales down the inside though, he's not giving me a moment to breathe here. The AI know I'm vulnerable at the minute, and everyone's taking full advantage of it. On the power out the final corner, want to try and switch back underneath Viñales here, but he has the toe from everybody in front. Let's try and go late on the brakes here, although Viñales does go pretty late himself. Got to be careful on the outside this time. Oh, everyone gets out of shape there. I'm going to try and power past Zarco here in the works KTM. Side by side here as we go up towards turn 3, a little bit of contact there. This is such an aggressive race. I've been hit up the rear by Crutchlow. I'm hot on the brakes there because of it. I'm going to straighten out the bike. And where's that Suzuki come from? Oh my days, who is that? Is that Mira or Rins? I'm not really sure, but we're dropping back through the field here and I can't respond just yet. Unfortunately, I'm all over the place. As now we got, yeah, that's Rins down the inside, so it's Mira in front, and there's lots of contact here. Everyone's been super wild with their riding style in this race. I'm going to go back down the inside of Rins and retake the position inside for the next right-hander, or sorry, left-hander. Rins though holding it around the outside, fair play, what a move. Back down the inside though of the Spaniard. Going to get the power nice and early here. Down the inside of Crutchlow and Petrucci, keeping it flat through there. So far, Zarco doing a good job holding down P4 as we go down the inside at the penultimate corner. That's a multiple overtake. We're getting the elbows out here today because everybody else is, so we need to do the same thing. And we're back up to P4. Very strong end to the lap there. Getting loads of positions back as we make multiple overtakes. Dovi leads the way. Marquez P2. Lorenzo having a fantastic race in P3. Let's hope no one goes down the inside here into turn 1. There we go. On the power. Pretty average exit, but it's going to be good enough to buy me some time, buy me a little bit of breathing room from behind, and no one's going to be within slipstream range, so that's good enough for me. Out towards turn 3. We've got to hope nothing happens from behind here. It's going to be so scary. Vignales with the lunge. On the power, it's going to be a drag race. Do we have any power in the KTM? Side by side with the Works M1. Back down the inside again, multiple riders here, they all run a bit wide. Crutchlow hits me there, sends me wide. Petrucci hits him as well. We're going to go down the inside here. Oh, yes, that's what I'm talking about. We're getting the elbows out, being aggressive. They're sending me wide, so I'm going to send people wide. Down the inside of Vignales, and we've hit him. Vignales goes down, but you know what? I don't really care too much. I've been hit so many times in this race, I could have gone down a million times. The AI is overly aggressive, so as far as I'm concerned, I don't really care too much. I want to keep going here because I'm not a fan of how aggressive the AI have been in this race. I'm very fortunate to have stayed on my bike, to be honest. And also, Vignales will probably recover. It's a long race, so he'll probably make his way back through anyway. But we're back up to P4. Lorenzo's dropped off the leading 2 of Marquez and Dovi into turn 1. I'm a little bit hot on the brakes there, but I'm going to stand up the bike a little bit early here. And we're going to get the exit and get the run on the rider on the Works Honda here. We're getting a nice toe towards turn 3. On the brakes down the inside. That was close, but we are going to get it done. There we go. We managed to get the apex beautifully on the power past Lorenzo up into P3. I kind of held my breath there a little bit in that overtake. I'm going to try and get a shallow line here if I can. Petrucci down the inside, very aggressive again there for the second lap in a row. The AI just come flying into corners there with like literally no care or, you know, pre-thought of taking someone down. So that's why I've got to ride the same way, because they literally just fly into corners expecting to use you as the brake. So I'm not having that. P3 though, we've recovered quite nicely after being P9 at one stage, so good recovery. Now do we have to pace to chase after Vignales, sorry, after Marquez and Dovi? That's going to be the question here. First of all, I need to try and get a little bit more of a gap to the riders behind to have some breathing room so I can race at a normal speed and not have to worry about getting hit from behind to the brake zones. 21.4 though, that's good pace. Very strong race pace. Bike is all over the place here, wobbling quite a lot, but let's get a good exit. There we go, that's pretty good for me. And we've got a nice little gap behind now, so we can now start to focus on our own pace and chasing down the lead 2. Okay, then we're starting to get within range of the leading 2, or the leading pack you could say. A bit wide there into turn 4, got to be careful on the power. I'm going to get a good exit, and we're going to close up the gap some more to Dovi and Marquez, who are just constantly exchanging positions here, and they're losing lap time because of it. And we're starting to get stuck into this battle here. The second part of the lap is my strongest part, the end of the lap here, as you can see, through the left into the right. Flat out, there we go, we carry the speed, and we get past a pair of them at once. What a move. Just got the traction down. I'm going to be hot though into turn 9. That's going to invite Marquez down the inside, and Dovi as well. Oh, Dovi's down. No contact, he just hits the deck. Dovi is down again for the second race in a row. And it's now myself and Marquez for the race win here at the Red Bull Ring. Trying to put the pressure on here on the multiple time world champion. We get a good exit out of turn 1. And we're going to power back past Marquez there and take first place for now. Can we hold on up towards turn number 3? Marquez down the inside late on the brakes. I'm going to try and take a wide line here. Switch back underneath. Beautiful textbook switch back there. Side by side now with Marquez. We just get in front. Going down towards turn number 4 here. On the brakes again. Marquez very late on the brakes as always. He actually gets it slowed down quite nicely to be fair. And gets the move done. We're going to carry the speed on the exit. Around the outside here, which is going to become the inside for the next left-hander. Can we get it down to the apex? Yes we do. Marquez trying to go back underneath, but no way past there just yet, Sunny Jim. And I think we've got this move done. There we go. Job done. I can't shake off Marquez here at the minute. He's just really sticking with me, being a bit of a pesky nuisance, not letting go. He knows he can win this race. And I'm getting right into the championship, knowing what happened to Vinales and Dovi. I think he's going to go down the inside here. Yes, he is. We're going to go the long way around. Marquez does get the move done. I was hoping for a bit more of a switch back there, but I couldn't get the front down. So Marquez gets back past. Let's try and stick with him and try and re-overtake him if we can. Just hit the back of Marquez there. Hit him again there on the exit. Trying to go on the outside. We power past the Honda. Marquez back down the inside though. We're going to get the switch back on him. Down the inside of the final corner. A good old block pass there. Lovely stuff. Still got 5 laps to go in this race. Anything can happen. And Marquez is not getting up without a fight. Oh dear, that's not the one. That's not the exit you want. Jumping over that curb. That's going to put Marquez in the back of me again here. Up towards turn number 3. I'm hot on the brakes here. Very hot. Way too hot. I got that one completely wrong. There we go. Let's set up the exit here. Nice tight line on the grass a little bit there, but we're going to get the run on Marquez into turn 9. Down the inside on the brakes. Very close to tucking the front there, but we get the move done. Marquez back down the inside. I'm going to block him off. And there we go. We take the first place back once again. Can we hold on to it though? That's the question. Marquez is on me here like an absolute fly. Down to turn 1. Oh, just going to hold it in front of him. Can we get a good exit here and buy myself some space? Okay, that's better. We've got a little bit of a gap to Marquez this time around. I think I should be okay into the brake zone. Look at that. Jan Zarco up to P3 in the works KTM there. Fantastic for him. If we can get that, that'd be a great result for the Constructors' Championship. Battling Petrucci there for the final step on the podium. Lorenzo's involved as well, so it's a 3-way scrap. But repping for Zarco here, that'd be a great result. Right into the last half of the Grand Prix. 21.6. Just starting to learn my lap times a bit. I've started to find my groove a bit in this race now that I've been left alone in clean air, but it's been comfortable in the end. We managed to get a nice gap out. I'm just kind of hoping Zarco gets that podium, to be honest. That's what we're hoping for now in this final lap of the Grand Prix. Here we go then into the final sector and the final 2 corners here on the last lap. Great performance. Obviously there's going to be the asterisk there over the Vinales incident, but you know what, like I said to you, everyone was so aggressive this race. I'm not surprised. A lot of people have crashed this race as well, so it's going to make for a very interesting race results. But here we go at the final corner, and we win the Austrian Grand Prix here at the Red Bull Ring. Pole to race win. Good recovery after a poor opening lap, and I will take the 25 points. And with that should come the World Championship lead. But now let's look at the final race results, and let's see how everything finished after that race. And there we have it then. Zarco did manage to get the podium, so really good result. 2 KTMs on the podium there in Red Bull's home race, and obviously Red Bull being the main sponsor of the KTM team. That's absolutely fantastic news. Marquez splits the KTMs, and then Lorenzo, really good P4 for him there on the Honda, and then Petrucci, Rins, Crutchlow, Dovi, only P8 in the end. Miller 9th, Vinales P10 on the recovery, Rossi P11 on the other M1 Yamaha, and then we've got Iannone, Espargaro, Quattararo and Bagnaia rounding out the points, and then we've got Dranmere, Rabat, Siren, Oliveira, Nakagami, Morbidelli, Espargaro and Abraham who missed out on the points. But what does that race mean for the championship? Well, let's have a look. And as you can see, we now lead by 16 points over Dovi, 27 clear of Marquez, 27 clear of Vinales, but it's still a top 4 really, and then there's a 50-point gap to Valentino Rossi, but it's definitely those 4 riders are in for contention and anybody can win it. In terms of the constructors, with that Zarco podium, that's going to give us a nice bit of daylight there, and we're now 23 points clear of Ducati and 29 clear of Yamaha and 34 clear of Honda. So all in all, a very good race for us here today and scoring some very solid points. But in terms of the team championship, we obviously hold on to P4, and the Works KTM team actually pull out a little bit of a gap there to the LCR Honda, and also Suzuki holding P5, and M1 Yamaha still lead the way, even though it wasn't the best race for them, but they still scored some decent points, and they're 23 points ahead of Ducati and 29 points ahead of Repsol Honda. You know, Honda with that 2-4 finish with Lorenzo and Marquez, they scored some big points today, and that's really closed the gap for them in the championship. With that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this episode of the MotoGP Career Mode. If you did enjoy it, then please do drop a like on the video, and also get subscribed if you're new to the channel for daily Formula 1 and MotoGP content, and turn notifications to not miss a video from me. And finally, check out these two videos on your screen if you have missed them. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.